What is up, YouTube? We're back with another Let's Play on Farming Simulator 17. So, since the last video, I've done a little bit. I obviously, as I said, got those fields planted, so we're fully canolaed up there now. We've also got them fully fertilised. So we're good to go on those now. We just need to wait for them to grow. And that is the thing. We are waiting. We are waiting for them to grow. So I'm going to increase the speed of the time here. And then we can get at it with the combine and try and earn some money. The downside is that through the night, the price of canola has absolutely plummeted. We haven't sold any, so I'm not 100% certain why it's plummeted quite so drastically. That's over half what it was when we looked at it in the last video. So yeah, hopefully that'll pick back up price-wise. If it doesn't though, we're not going to sell. We're going to just put that away into storage and we'll reseed with something else. It's going to delay us, but there's not a lot we can do about it. It's just the way the cookie crumbles on this. The way to get guaranteed income is with animals. Using your animals, you can generate milk no matter what with your cows as long as you feed them. Pigs will keep on breeding. And obviously the sheep will keep producing wool for you. So that's where we're aiming for. Crops are nice, but crops are really, really temperamental. Even with the crops, if that was up at full value, up there at 1400 per 1,000 litres, it would only be that for the first load that we drop off. After that, it'll drop down to sort of maybe 12 and then maybe 100. So yeah, we're gonna suffer. We are definitely gonna suffer with a price drop as we go. Crops are not where it's at. You can get regular income from trees, but doing the trees it takes a lot of effort. It really does. The other way of getting guaranteed income and money is through your placeables. You remember I said about we've created some space for them? Well, there you go. This is what we could do. We could quite easily place a bee house, a greenhouse for tomatoes, a greenhouse for lettuce, a solar collector, or a wind energy converter. All of these, as you see at the bottom there, the wind produces £1,000 per hour. The solar collector is 90 per hour. Lettuce is 60. Tomatoes are 60. The bees are 16. So yeah, basically, the greenhouse and the lettuce, I mean, they're gonna bring you in some income, but not loads. You certainly couldn't live off of it. I mean, we was paying 2,000 per hour to our worker. In an entire day, one lettuce or tomato plant isn't going to pay for an hour's work of a labour. The solar collectors are a little better. You will get at least an hour's wages. And you'd need 2 wind energy converters to run or to pay for a worker every hour. And that's just a little bit on the ridiculous side. So we've spent nearly all day waiting for this crop to grow. We could end up having to harvest this in the dark. That would be annoying. That really would be annoying. So I'm going to run over, jump in the combine, and get us ready to go. I have brought the header trailer over as well. It's parked just over there behind the Joskin, because that will make it easier, much easier, to get the header over to the other field. So we're good to go now. Waiting and waiting. I'll just pause the video until we're there. So as we feared, it is a nighttime harvest. I think we'll get this going, and we'll just do a little bit of an end row. Okay, there we go. Just cut up to here. Back round, and then off we go again. So as you can see, we're having to harvest in the dark. The reason that we're going for it and actually doing the harvest in the dark and not waiting for the morning is that the crop will wither, the crop will die. Because of the way the seeding went, we have got a section over in the other field that's actually a growth stage further. So we are a little bit at risk of losing a bit of the crop if we didn't do it straight away. If we tried to wait till morning, it would just all be gone. I'm just going to quickly hire the worker. He can carry that on while we have a quick little look at the price. Has the price picked up? It hasn't picked up a lot, but it is coming back to us. So hopefully by tomorrow that price will be back up to a point that we can sell it for a profit, or for a good profit. They try to help you out as to what is a good price, what is a bad price. The red ones are obviously bad price. The arrows going down in red means that the price is dropping. The arrows going up in green means it's going up. The white prices basically are telling you that it's alright. It's not fabulous, but it's alright. But realistically, you want to wait till they're green. You want to wait till the numbers are green. That is your best time to sell. Now, believe it or not, the best product to actually sell is just about always your silage. You make silage, you sell silage, it's win-win. The amount of cash you can get for it is ridiculous. I've seen a lot of Let's Plays that actually don't allow selling of silage because it almost feels like cheating. I mean, you can see there at the Chellington BGA, silage is actually worth 519 per 1,000 litres. So if you was to be making bales of silage, so wrapping your bales, you'd actually be getting £2,000 per bale. So when you think that your average field will produce 40-50 bales, you all of a sudden can see that there is such a huge amount of money to be made that way. So I'm going to leave him harvesting away. As you can see, we're getting a really good yield, and that's because of our triple fertilizer. We're actually going to get a ridiculous amount of canola from this field alone. We're at nearly 50% capacity, and we've done 1.5 passes. We've got a lot left to go here. I think we're going to be in the ridiculous realms of how much canola we have. So I'm going to do a bit more of this off camera for you, because it's horrible, it's dark. So I'll do a bit more of this and I'll be back. Okay, so we're just taking our first full wagon back to the farm. We're probably going to get another 4,000 or 5,000 litres out of that first field. So we've done really well. We've pretty much gotten the same yield out of that field on canola that we got out of an unfertilised field with wheat. I mean, the triple fertilisation, yes, it's a pain. Yes, it does involve doing a lot more work. But you can get 3 times the yield over a non-fertilised field. It's just so worth it. It's unbelievable. I tell you what we'll do actually, whilst we're tipping this load, we're going to diesel up the tractor as well. Okay, now we're back in our own section. We can turn all the lights back on. You missed it. There we go. So I'm not sure with this trailer if we can tip. No, we can't disconnect whilst tipping, which is quite realistic. The trailer doesn't have its own hydraulic system. It's having to rely off of the tractor system. Actually, that may be pneumatic on that, to be honest with you, rather than hydraulic. There we go. We'll just come over here and diesel up. You can see the little diesel sign in the bottom right-hand corner. And you'll see the fuel gauge going up. So when we get back, in fact, we're not going to take the trailer all the way back. We're going to leave the trailer in the farmyard. And the reason for that is the storage capacity of the harvester should more than cover what we have left. So we're just going to drop the trailer here, and then we're going to just drive back over there empty. That way we can use the header trailer and bring the header back over to this field for the combine. There's a lot of traffic around saying it's 10 to 12 at night. Ploughing on through the night it's just not as much fun. However, it does show how good the game is. The lighting and everything else. Actually, I'm blinding everyone, aren't I? Let's turn back on the road lights. Although from what I've experienced with farmers, they're not too bothered about blinding everyone. He's got his front fogs on, bless him. It's not foggy, although it was this morning, very foggy. From about 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock this morning, it was so foggy you could hardly see your hand in front of your face. It was craziness. There we go, almost back now. So I think we'll just go and grab the header trailer and then head on into the field with the harvester. The moon's obviously started coming up. It's got a little bit lighter over there. So we had stored the header trailer in here. We have had a little bit of a fill up. So we have filled and sprayed a little bit of fertilizer down, and we have filled up our seeder again. I'm not going to seed straight away. Oh, there we go, it's actually finished. So So what we'll do, we'll actually just take the tractor so that we can jump out, jump straight into the harvester, and then just oh, that's going to be a little off. There we go. So is that on? Too far. And dropped on. There we go. So we'll now drive this over to the other field. Where is the exit to this field? Ah, there we go. And again, we'll change to road lights. I'm sure it's an absolute dream for everyone to see a combine going down the road. Although this is a time when it's probably best that they do go down the road. It's a little crazy. We've already got 4.3 hours in this combine. Before I started this video, I had a little look, and we've already got 13 hours in this map, which shows how much I've done off the screen. I think this is episode 5 of this Let's Play. So you're getting to see about 1 in 3 hours roughly. Okay, coming up to the junction. Looks clear, can see no lights. Oh, except that one. And then so you hit us again. Seriously, the traffic in this game is just so damned annoying. You know, you're doing your best to stay on your side of the road, to make reasonable turns, and they just plough into you. See, I mean, we was on our side of the road there. The fact that this combine is a little bit wider than the road. Eesh. We drive half on, half off the road. Just because the traffic is pooey. There's the field we want. So we'll come in through this top gate. It's a nice wide entrance. You can see now why I normally will move the combine off camera. It's just an annoyance. Heard the guy behind us just beeping there as well. Yeah, I'm starting to see why farmers feel very much of the sod the public. Okay, so we're back in the tractor. We got a friend to drop us over. Now I'm not sure if you can actually strap this down. Let's just quickly have a look, see if we can strap this down. No, doesn't appear you can. With the bales on the bale trailer and stuff, quite often you can actually strap the bales down to stop them from moving on you. Later on in the series we may get to that stage, and I'll show you what I mean. The header's actually pretty stable on this trailer. I actually brought the trailer over initially to sell it. However, upon inspection, this header actually fits on it okay. It's it's not too bad. I thought the trailer might be a little small for the header, but in truth it's done okay. So let's run this over. What we can do then is we can get the combine started, and then go back and fertilise the other field. I'm not going to sow the other field just yet. I'm going to wait for daylight a little. It takes slightly more than 24 hours for the crop to grow. We have got the crop growth set to normal. We could increase that to fast so that it'll actually get to full development before it was sown, so in less than, oh look at that, I missed it. That's okay, we can have a wiggle. So the thing to remember is what side is going to be picking up. There we go. Quickly jump back in the combine. Put the lights all on. That's pretty close. There we go. Pick that up. We can get the tractor out of the way now. There we go. Park that next to the plough. And we jump back in the combine. There's lots of vehicle swapping going on here. Alright, let's begin that and then hire him out. Okay, so we'll get this field harvested and see you in a moment. So we're now into the morning, and we're just going to drop the header off over here at the side, and then we're going to take the harvester back to the farm. As you can see, we've got only 280 odd litres of derv in the tank. That's not going to be enough to do another harvest. We've done fairly well. We've done fairly well with this harvest though. We've really got quite a bit in the bank. But sadly, it is in the grain bank, not the monetary bank. The price of canola is going up, but it's taking its sweet time about it. So I think we're going to end up just putting this into storage and waiting for the price to go up. So we're going to go and start filling up the combine with some derv, and then we'll quickly jump back. There we go. To this, so we've got another 36,000 litres there. So let's quickly run that back as well. We'll just quickly check the price. Yeah, so it's back up to 1100. So it's doubled from the price where we saw it at yesterday. But that's still not a fabulous price. I can well imagine that we'll end up selling some canola down at that sort of price, but only if we start at a much higher price. I think we need to be up at least 1,300 to 1,300 pounds per 1,000 litres to really maximise our gain. So we'll just take this up to the farm and we'll tip it off into our storage, and then we'll have a quick little look at how much in total we have. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with how much canola we actually have. It does make me think, however, that if we were to do one of the other crops, and do the 3-stage fertilisation, we would have a silly amount there. I mean, there we go, it's going up, it's still going up. Over 130,000 litres there now. 135, nearly 136,000 litres. That's just incredible. But we really need that to be up at sort of 1400 realistically, for us to maximise and potentially get the big tractor that we want. Let's park that straight. Come on, there we go. Well, it's straightish. Okay, so we'll drop that off there. We'll now go pick up the seeder. Sorry, not the seeder at all. The fertiliser, and we'll fertilise this field. If I remember rightly, we left it just inside the gates. Yeah, there it is. We'll indicate that we're going that way this time. So we'll just go to external view. Pick that up. So with 74% full, our workers should have no problem with fertilising this field for us. There we go, it's him off and running. I start up in this corner because by doing this little bit, he then will overlap enough that he'll then carry on and just do the rest of the field. So once he's finished that little job, we can... where should we park the combine? Should we actually put it in a shed? Let's go put it in a shed. Back around a bit. That's absolutely beautiful. We'll leave that there. We might have to invest in a jet wash so we can keep our equipment clean. Because who's going to want to eat anything that's been in that trailer? Okay, so that's us pretty much done for now. We need to... Oh, there again, saying that we're done. We need to look and think about what are we going to plant next time. Now, what can that seeder actually plant for us? So let's go to the garage and scroll down till we get to here. So the seeder can actually plant wheat, barley, canola, soybean, the radish cover crop, which you can then cultivate back in, and it gives you a level of fertilisation, and grass. Now soybean, I hadn't thought of soybeans. That might actually be a really good idea. Yeah, look at the price of soybeans. They're at 1,400 at the moment, and that's not a particularly good price according to the game. So yeah, I think soybeans is going to be our next crop that we produce. Just oh, look at that beautiful style there. We'll just jump over into there. So the workers just coming down there. Okay, yeah. So I think what we'll do, I tell you, let's show you a little bit of this farmhouse quickly. Jump up over there. We'll hop into there. So they've got their tomatoes growing out here in the field, in their little cultivated section. They've left the washing out. Oh dear. Someone needs to be using this lawnmower. You can pick the lawnmower up. Which button is it? It's too heavy. But yeah, it's a shame you can't actually maintain this and keep the grass at a decent level. You've got a couple of picnic tables out the back here, another little veg patch waiting to be planted, the all important shed. It's a little bit overgrown round this side. I think someone could definitely do with a little bit of maintenance work. And then round the front to the barbecue round the front. Oh, that seems a little strange to me. That does seem a little strange. That should be round the back, near those picnic benches. Okay, so we'll call that a video there, folks. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, and if you've not already, don't forget to subscribe for more regular videos. Okay, thank you very much. Take care.